Hi, everybody. I'm Jessi Kuhlman. First of all, I just want to thank ASEA for bringing me on and Damon on today. This is going to be a blast. I have been an ASEA athlete for the past 3 years. I've been on ASEA for almost 4 years. I am a CrossFit athlete and a grid athlete. So I actually just signed with the Palm Beach Breakers. I will be a strength specialist and doing a little bit of handstand stuff for them as well. So kind of a utility player. Um, but this is Damon. He is one of my friends. We met through a mutual friend and we've kind of become really good friends. And now we're both sponsored by ASEA.
How you doing? Okay, my name is Damon Hazelton Jr. Yeah, a little bit about me. I'm an American football player, a professional football player. I played college football at University of Missouri for my graduate year, and that's where I finished up in 2020 before I became a professional. Prior to then, I played football at Virginia Tech and graduated undergrad there. And I played my freshman year at Ball State University. So I've been around, and like Jessi said, I'm grateful to be here, and it's an honor.
Awesome. So we're just going to talk to you guys a little bit about ASEA and kind of how I got into it, kind of how he got into it. But most importantly, just kind of talk about being an athlete. And we've trained together a couple of times, so we both kind of know what it's like. But obviously, um, you know, playing in college, I played ice hockey in college. That was my sport. You're on a pretty busy schedule, so there's a lot of things going on. But there's a lot in your control, but then there's a lot of things that are also out of your control. So that's where ASEA comes in for us. So first and foremost, I'm just going to talk about how we both got introduced to ASEA. My mom is the one who actually introduced me to ASEA, and I was still playing hockey at the time. I didn't really understand much about it. She just kind of said, take this. It's been helping me with some stuff, and I'm sure it can help you. So I started taking it, and I noticed I had a lot more energy, and I was kind of just doing things a little bit easier pace than usual. And it helped with my immunity throughout the season of hockey. And then when I switched over to CrossFit, I noticed it just helped soothe my muscles a little bit more. And I kind of started to just realize that it was a game changer for me. So Damon, obviously I helped you find ASEA, but is there anything that you want to point out about ASEA? How you got
Uh,
introduced to it?
yeah, for sure. I think, like you said, you were raving about, how much the product has helped you, and especially when I became a professional, just trying to make sure I'm doing everything I can to be at the top of my game. I was really looking to um, help my recovery, boost any type of way, like um, just get the most out of my recovery. And as soon as I tried ASEA, I knew like, yeah, it was something that I could benefit from. And so, you sent me some water. I think it was the first time you sent me a packet of water, and I just
Yeah.
noticed the results. Like I noticed that, I was a lot more recharged, and like I felt like I really got the most out of my sleep that night before when I woke up. So it's definitely a great product, and definitely something that from the very first time I knew I could benefit from it. So I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of the best. Okay, so what do you do? Obviously, we both have different routines and different ways of making sure that we perform our best. Um, so I'll let you go first on this one. What do you do to make sure that your body is performing at its best?
To make sure my body performs at its best, I think the number one answer for that is routine. My routine pretty much just keeps me honest and consistent. And my routine consists of like hydration, nutrition, sleep, and recovery. That's all things that are necessary for like you to perform at your highest. And where I've added a C into my routine is pretty much in the beginning and in the end of the day. Is how I use it. And so when I wake up, uh, I'll have 2 cups. And this is like before I drink or eat anything. And then it's probably 30 or 45 minutes before I'll drink some water. I drink mostly water in the morning. I drink like a gallon before I drink any type of electrolytes. I try to get like a half a gallon, sorry, before I do any
Okay, that's a lot.
not a gallon before a half a gallon. And at night when I come back and from practice and from training, I'll do 2 more before bed, and that usually really helps me.
Yeah, it's definitely a game changer. I'd say I'm very similar. Like, I think this is funny. This is kind of why like I introduced you to the product, is I knew you were also big into recovery. And I think we can both agree that as athletes, like, you can train really hard, you can have like the best trainers, you can, have good workout partners, you can have like good people to throw with. But at the end of the day, like if you're not recovered, like all that hard work kind of just goes to waste. And so that's why like recovery is just so important for every athlete, not just, CrossFit, not just football, like even like your everyday like parents, like it's exhausting being a mom or a dad. Like at the end of the day, you're tired and you need help with recovery and sleep and all those things. So I would agree, like routine is one of the biggest things for me. Making sure that I'm eating enough. I actually started tracking my food again, more so that I know that I'm eating enough. I start my day with ASEA like right away. I call it my ASEA army in my room. I have like a huge shelf of all my ASEA, and I pretty much just take my pouches with me and drink, multiple pouches throughout the day. Um, I most recently started drinking the Redox Mind, and that has helped so much when I'm coaching and switching between training and coaching. um, I get pretty fatigued after my training and kind of need something to spark me, but don't necessarily want caffeine. So that's been a huge help. But as for the rest of my routine, it's really just making sure that I'm sleeping, 7 to 8 hours if I can. My schedule's a little hectic right now, but that's the goal. Making sure that I take rest days. I take 2 rest days a week. I usually play tennis on the one day that I'm not that I'm not in the gym. And then, yeah, drinking my ASEA and using my gel as much as I can, just to kind of keep my game up. So that's what I do.
I love
Um,
it.
so I kind of went a little bit overboard on that question. So why is it so important to monitor what to eat and drink as an athlete?
Um, it is extremely important to monitor what you eat and drink as an athlete because it directly relates to your performance. And so I think now at the age that I am and at the level that I am at with my sport, just having all these collateral years accumulated, I feel like you understand how much like food is and how important your nutrition is. So it's a no-brainer when it comes to, monitoring. A lot of people kind of get scared when you think about counting calories, or you know what I mean? They kind of feel
Yeah,
like they're on a strict diet and they can't eat certain things. But I feel like if you're actually committed to your best self and you know that, you have an end goal in mind. And for me, I feel like keeping it real, like if I go out and eat anything when I'm on the field the next day, like I feel it. So
yeah, same.
I definitely have to, monitor what I'm eating and really be aware and be intentional with what I'm putting in my body and how much.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I actually, like, when I started going to college, I realized I had, like, a ton of food sensitivities, so I actually cut out, like, a ton of stuff and just kinda did, like, a very strict diet just so that I could feel my best in order to perform. You're not gonna do too hot if you have a stomach ache or you're just feeling sluggish. So, definitely making sure that, like, eating what works best for you personally, like, health looks different for everybody, and making sure that you're eating what is best for you. And I agree with you. Like I've done it so long now that I like kind of know what foods are best for me. And now it's down to like just making sure the timing of everything is right. Because we're going on like training for like 4 hours, 5 hours a day. Um, plus on my feet for coaching. So that's like you said, counting calories, counting macros, stuff like that is really important for someone like me to just make sure that you're eating enough and you have energy. Because that's probably the worst feeling ever when you go into something and just feel kind of dead. So that's where my ASEA helps for sure. Um, what's your favorite ASEA product and why?
I would have to go with Redox, the water, because um, that was the first product that I was kind of introduced to, and it's the one I use the most. So that's definitely gonna have to be my favorite. I think especially for like recovery, in between reps, and just being able to feel like um, you've got your second win, like you're not out there just like exhausted, like you said, and have low energy. I feel like when I drink my ASEA the night before and in the mornings, I go out and I have energy and I'm recovered and I feel fresh.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Um, this is a hard question for me because I like a lot of the stuff. I have to say though, my favorite product, in the beginning, I love the water. That's, top notch, but the gel is like my favorite because you can imagine with all the wear and tear from playing hockey all those years and all the lifting, like I feel like I squat every single day. All that just like wear and tear on my body, the gel helps so much with any discomfort that I'm having. So that's been huge. The gel has been like game changer for me. And then more recently, the new skincare products I'm like obsessed with, mostly because they're my favorite color, but I also like the product for like what it does, but they're very pretty too. So um, I really enjoy that as well as the water. So yeah, that's everything.
I got to get more into the skin products.
I know. I think I told you when I got mine and I was like texting you. I was like, did you get your package yet? Like, what did you get? I'll tell you what to get. You're
Yeah,
lucky because you have me to tell you what to get. Everything.
you always got my back.
I got you. I got you. So would you recommend the product and why?
Oh, for sure, for sure. That's a no-brainer. I already have recommended it, just like you recommended it to me. I share my knowledge and to any teammates and anybody, especially the guys that I know that are like me and a similar that are very strict and kind of put a lot of emphasis on their recovery and taking care of their bodies. They're the first people, that I usually, hey, check out this product. You know what I mean? ASEA is something that I've been using that has really been helping me. So yeah, I've already started to answer that question.
Yeah. And I think too, just like I literally carry this around. I'm drinking it as I'm going. And people are like, is that water? Like, what is it? And they ask questions just because you just have it around. Um, Obviously I recommend it. I think it's like the greatest thing ever. And it's kind of funny because I remember Brie Larson talking about this, that it's like our secret weapon. It's one of those products that like once you start taking it and you realize the difference, you don't want to stop. Um, People get intimidated about trying new stuff, but I love that it's non-toxic. I don't have to worry about it testing like positive on any like drug tests or anything, which is really nice because that's like a huge thing in our sport. You don't ever want to test positive for drugs or anything. So that's a huge thing for me. And it's just, it's simple, it's easy, and I love the company as well and what the company stands for. And just how much the company helps other people as well. So highly recommend it. It's like you said, it's one of those things like I just literally hand it to people and I'm like, just try it, like see how it goes, try it. And if you like it, hit me up and I'll get you some more. I'll talk to some people. But yeah, highly recommended.
Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. Let us know your experience with ASEA. It's been a pleasure of mine to have you, Jessi. You got anything to say? You want to say bye to everybody?
I just want to say thanks for watching and let us know, like Damon said, let us know what you guys think about ASEA. Put your favorite product down below, let us know. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep. Thank you. All right. Peace.